This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, and now introducing from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. At 20 years of age, he is undefeated in his campaign with a record of 36 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 25 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the young, undefeated world contender, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
People are arguing about this in the street, in the pubs, in the bars.
These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Defense is not an option for these two. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. A counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Both men step back for just a moment, halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Hook punch scores. They exchange punches. Unlucky to miss with that jab. The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a...
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter-fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light. Concentrate.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Both of these fighters have the conditioning to go the distance, no problem. They also have the power to end this with one punch. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
On to the third. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. There was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Just take the round. Right round. Now relax.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Missing with that jab. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite-level middleweights. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
On to the 5th we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The jab doesn't quite connect. His jab just got blocked. Can't find a home with that jab. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That punch is beginning to take its toll. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Throws the jab and doesn't score. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. That counter shot lands. It's all offense all the time. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away.
Here comes round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
straight right, just misses. Perfect punch. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It's all offense all the time. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say. And there's the bell for round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
We have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed. It's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. Fight so far, both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
You believe what we are seeing. Drop their guard, they get caught. Nice defense with that jab. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Good counter punching. You don't see it very often, but here it is. This fight ends in a draw.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing.